Ever met someone who both puzzles and captivates? That's the mystique of Sigma men for you. Today, we unravel the complexities behind their intriguing habits and unique perspectives. Prepare for a journey into profound understanding and subtle nuances. Firstly, let's talk about their intriguing presence at social events. If you've noticed someone consistently arriving early or being the last to leave a gathering, you've probably observed a Sigma in action. Unlike those who love being the life of the party, Sigmas are not ones to get lost in noisy crowds or crave the spotlight. Their early arrivals aren't just about punctuality, but a strategic move to ease into the environment. It's as if they grant themselves a quiet phase, absorbing the vibe before the event hits its peak. On the other hand, when most are winding up, Sigma men aren't in a hurry to exit, but this doesn't signify any aloofness on their part. They cherish their personal space and enjoy taking things at their pace, ensuring they remain in control of their environment. The idea is to steer clear of inconsequential small talk and have meaningful interactions. Sigma men have an uncanny approach to social interactions. While most might engage in vibrant chatter or find comfort in a group, Sigmas often linger around the fringes, observing. This isn't due to shyness or discomfort, but rather a deliberate strategy. They prefer to understand the dynamics, grasp the energy, and then decide how to engage. By positioning themselves this way, they can tap into meaningful interactions without the usual trivialities. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Expressiveness? Sure, but not in the way most might think. The Sigma communication code leans heavily into actions over words, especially when it involves emotions. It's not rare for them to leave people wondering about their feelings, as they aren't vocal about them. Instead, they believe that actions have a louder resonance than mere words. Instead of the expected, "I care about you," they'll surprise you with thoughtful gestures or offer assistance when you least anticipate it. This is not a sign of emotional deficiency. In fact, they possess profound emotional depths, but opt for a more understated mode of expression. Dive into the humor preferences of a Sigma man, and you're in for a roller coaster. While many would lean towards lighthearted banter, these individuals revel in a blend of dark, dry, and fiercely intellectual wit. They extract humor from places least expected, often dabbling in the ironic and unconventional. If you've ever been taken aback by a joke that straddles the line between intriguing and borderline shocking, you've likely been in the company of a Sigma. It's not about being edgy or deliberately provocative, it's simply their genuine taste. Their jokes might spark a rapid succession of thoughts. Should I be laughing? Was that too dark? Oh, it's clever. But that's the point. Their sense of humor is meant to stir, challenge, and provoke thought. However, as you're navigating through their web of wit, you might notice other seeming contradiction in their behavior. On the one hand, Sigma men can come across as distant or even disengaged from the social scene. They might not jump into small talk, leading many to label them as aloof. Yet beneath this reserved exterior lies a profound appreciation for deep, meaningful relationships. Their seeming detachment isn't an aversion to human connection, but rather a discerning filter for surface interactions. They're the epitome of valuing quality over quantity in relationships. These men invest deeply, albeit selectively. When they sense an alignment of values and genuine understanding, their commitment to that relationship is unwavering. Their intense loyalty and depth can be both surprising and heartwarming to those lucky enough to be in their trusted circle. When you befriend a Sigma man, it might take time to break through their exterior, but once you do, their loyalty is unmatched. They're not the ones for fleeting friendships or surface-level bonds. When they commit to a relationship, be it friendship or romance, they do so with depth, sincerity, and an unwavering sense of commitment. Step into their shoes for a moment, and you'd find that time is of the essence. Sigma men possess a no-nonsense attitude when it comes to inefficiency or incompetence. They operate on the principle that time, once gone, doesn't return. While some might dabble in drama or chaos, these individuals want none of it. Instead, their focus remains razor-sharp, directed at finding solutions and creating pathways that streamline processes. When they see laziness or a lack of initiative, it's akin to someone scraping their nails across a chalkboard. They aren't cold-hearted. In fact, they can be deeply empathetic. But what they cannot fathom is wasted potential, especially when it arises from complacency or a blatant disregard for time. Their penchant for efficiency is not just about getting things done, it's about getting them done right. If you've ever worked alongside a Sigma man on a project, their concentration levels are noteworthy. They can zone into a task with such intensity that the outside world seems to blur for them. This focus is not just about achieving goals, it's about immersing themselves fully. understanding every nuance, and ensuring excellence. Yet, even as they operate within these structured boundaries, Sigma men possess an almost uncanny ability to pick up on the subtlest shifts in human behavior. If you've ever been in their presence and wondered if they have a sixth sense, you're not entirely wrong. The tilt of a head, the change in a person's tone, or the minutest hesitation does not go unnoticed by them. While most may gloss over these subtle cues, Sigma males delve deeper, connecting dots that many miss. This keen observational knack means that they often understand unspoken sentiments and underlying motives, sometimes even before the individual expressing them does. It's a talent, a gift even, that can leave others baffled, as Sigma men often seem to see the story beneath the surface that remains invisible to many. Sigma men, while logical, also possess an intuitive side that's often overlooked. Their decisions aren't just based on facts and data, but also on gut instincts. They have an innate sense to feel situations out, combining logic with intuition, leading them to make choices that others might find perplexing, but often turn out to be right. On one hand, these individuals live in an expansive universe within their minds. For them, solitude isn't about isolation but introspection. They have this innate ability to dive deep into internal conversations that are richer and more profound than most external dialogues. Imagine a philosopher in an unending dialogue with himself, dissecting thoughts, probing motivations, and understanding life's multifaceted dimensions. While some might interpret their often distant expressions as aloofness, it's just a manifestation of their engrossing inner dialogue. This labyrinth of thoughts is where they rediscover themselves every day, pinpointing strengths, confronting weaknesses, and charting out values to steer their lives. Sigma men are masters of the silent language, a language where absence of words often says more than a barrage of statements. If you're in a room with a Sigma man and there's silence, it's never truly empty. Instead, it's laden with observations, reflections, and evaluations. To an outsider, it might seem as though they're lost in thought or distracted. However, in reality, they're soaking in everything. The ambiance, the energies, the unsaid words. They believe that sometimes silence allows them to connect on a deeper level, to truly listen without the clutter of continuous conversation. This ability to be comfortable in silence, utilize it as a tool for deeper understanding, can be puzzling for many. While the world rushes to fill gaps with chatter, Sigma men find solace in clarity and quiet moments, using them as opportunities to reflect, recalibrate, and respond more authentically. Education for Sigma men isn't just confined to classrooms or structured settings. They are perpetual learners, always hungry for knowledge. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, diving into philosophical debates, or teaching themselves a new skill, they approach learning with a blend of curiosity and determination. Intrigued by the Sigma mindset? Have you met someone who resonates with these traits? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found value in our deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.